Okay, Taurus. I'm doing a different format now. I've done tarot readings for you, my collective, and kind of gathered all of that information together with a little intuitive, psychic channeling and kind of summarized the totality of things. So I think from now on, I'm going to try just giving you the results of what I've spent a lot of time and energy understanding. So here it is. This is a reading for the rest of March, and Venus retrograde. We've just gone through eclipse, pretty much the beginning and the end. Eclipse season. It's really been shaking some stuff up, and with Venus in retrograde, especially for Taurus, it's like a reverse energy. It can be a little complicated, but also it can be powerful and really healing. Taurus, know that the healing is in the process. It's in the pain you feel sometimes. It's in the conflict you feel sometimes. It's the healing is when you have to really let go of control and just be in those feelings. Well, some of those feelings might be different. You might be not having the same kind of feelings that you had before, meaning the little things that didn't bother you could be really intense right now. And the big things, the big principles, the huge picture might not really matter at all. So it's kind of what I got from 3 various readings and some oracles and some channeling. There we go. So, Taurus, you are using your strength right now to give you the wish fulfillment that you want. The real creative you is shutting down the fears and the insecurities and stepping into your power in a way you never have before. Whatever you're doing, you're going to be really successful. Whether it's a career, a relationship, inner work, whatever it is, you have closed the mouth of the lion and really sat down and noticed that right now you might have everything you want. And boy, have you been waiting for that. So in the recent past, you have had a little anxiety and kind of been up in your head, overthinking things. And relax. You're moving away from that energy. You're moving into a place that's serene, a place that you've designed just for you. Well, enjoy it while it lasts, because you have some information coming your way that could really shake things up. In a good way and a bad way. You might be getting some news or just unwrapping a personal truth or having a revelation that you don't see coming. And the thing is, this isn't a shakeup that you should be afraid of. This is the necessary shakeup that will give you exactly what you wanted and more. You see, you're going to get more than what you wished for. you're going to get what you deserve. You're going to be rewarded for setting boundaries, standing your ground, walking straight into conflict, and kind of killing it. And by killing it, you're actually giving it new life. And I feel like you have an ending coming that's not an ending of like, it's not like you're losing something. It's like this ending is the beginning of exactly what you need. It's like someone else's reluctancy to maybe end a cycle, someone that you are connected to, whether intimately or not, they might have been in a place of indecisiveness on whether to close some energy from the past or whether to let go of something. And you might not have realized that. And for some reason, you're trying to start a new cycle or a new beginning. Could be something work related or family. But the thing is, that energy that's returning is kind of masking as if they have stepped into the same energy you have for a new beginning, but they might just not be completely on the level. I'm not screaming, oh boy, deceit or straight up lying. I think maybe there's something that you are involved with that just isn't being completely honest with themselves, or maybe completely just transparent about, I don't know, something they probably think is bigger than it probably is for you. That's generally Taurus in a nutshell. I feel like everyone's so afraid to tell Taurus the things, and thinking that Taurus is going to be like, oh my God. But usually us bulls, we're kind of chill, kind of stand in our own strength and accept things for how they are and appreciate that we have the opportunity to weigh them out. So you might have a little conflict coming, but that conflict is more their conflict, and it's a perfect opportunity for you to just enjoy the closure. All in all, things are going to work out just fine. That new beginning is going to be wonderful. A little shakeup is going to ensure that anything that was loose about that foundation is now going to be addressed and fixed, mended. And everything that's coming your way, I feel like it's information. I don't know, something's coming that's not to be afraid of. Something welcome, some kind of truth, revelation. It's going to be really healing and transformative, and it's going to set you back into alignment with your path. The thing is, you're going to really succeed and excel quickly. The rest of this month is going to fall perfectly in place for you. And it might bring in some options. It could be a little confusing. And that's okay. Everything in retrograde is confusing. And options are great. I'm not feeling like they're like physical, like options, I think they're more like choices on how to frame things. You know, the moon's in Virgo, and so having a big earthy influence on big earthy Taurus, it's kind of cool because the confusion you feel this round isn't emotional confusion whatsoever. It's more like having the opportunity to choose which direction you're going to grow in next. Either way, it's going to be wonderful because you are going through this tremendous shift right now that has kind of empowered your choices, I guess. All these choices are empowerment. And it's really exciting. And you're here because of the things that you have chosen to sacrifice, old belief systems that you've let go of. Perhaps you've practiced forgiveness for others or for yourself. You've kind of stopped pressuring yourself to achieve your goals at a certain pace and kind of eased into accepting your gifts as they come. And right now you're going to be rewarded for that. The person that you've been showing up as is going to reap the benefits of the way that they've influenced others. And all in all, this month, as it wraps up, is going to leave you in a really beautiful place of serenity, security, at the beginning of your legacy, in a whole new confidence. We've kind of moved out of this like gnawing, like need to be aggressive and sort of push towards what we desire into a reflection of the things we've accomplished, maybe a feeling of victory or happiness. And it's all gonna show up for you right now. Whatever you've been wishing for in the material world is probably already kind of surfaced, but I think there's some wish fulfillment inside of you that comes from an intuitive space inside of you. There might have been some things that you've been feeling, and without having any understanding of like what those feelings represent and things that you've been picking up on, maybe little signs that you just haven't quite been able to understand, sort of fit into what you're physically experiencing. And that's going to change quickly, like soon. You're going to put everything together, and it's going to be sparked by some information that either you receive, reveal, or just figure out. And all of that struggle, stuff that you've been in your head about, these things that you just are like, man, I just really feel like this is that, or this is cool, but it just doesn't completely make sense. It's all going to make sense now. I know you've been waiting a long time for this. Personally, I can relate to a little bit of this, but I think that things always turn out the way that they're supposed to, you know? Nothing stays in the dark for long. Use the light that's coming into your life right now to see things clearly. see things not from a different perspective, but from a stepping back and looking at the entire picture perspective. It's not really about being in a place of judgment for things in the past, energies. It's not about trying to figure out like, oh, does this mean that? Or could this possibly be going on? It's none of that. It's really about looking at the whole totality of things with compassion and understanding, and going down a path of belonging, not necessarily seeking truth anymore, but seeking that path that takes you home. And because you've been resilient and patient and strong, that path is illuminated. I hope this helps.